Hey guys, I'm Tang with Fox Airsoft, and today we're going to play a little bit of forgotten airsoft weapons. More or less, we're going to compare two platforms for today, tell you the pros and cons of each system and the little nuances about them. So today we picked at random, we got the M4 M16 platform and the M14 platform. These guns that we have here in front of us are both G&Gs, but the general information should apply to other makes and models with some exceptions. But before I start, just want to make sure you guys are following us by liking, commenting, and subscribing to our content. We got a bell notification below if you want to keep updates on the latest videos posted by us. We're also making a lot of social media posts, so be sure to give us your feedback if you like our content and give us ideas for future video content. All right, so let's get to it. So I have here two of the most well-known American service weapons as far as what's replicated here. I have an M16 and an M14. This M14 is not the old school type. This one has the EBR chassis, which is updated with a rail system, has a collapsing stock. It's not your granddaddy's M14. Okay, so let's talk about first the M4 M16 platform. It's the most well-known platform, so it's a good place to start. First of all, this is a full stock M16 variant. The battery goes in the stock here through a hinged compartment. If you have an M4, most of them will go into what's called a crane stock, or maybe if you have a different model that doesn't have a stock that holds a battery, it would go in the handguard. The magazine comes out through here, button releases it here. Typically it's only going to be right side only, though some newer models have an ambidextrous release. The magazines that typically are available for M4s and M16s will be high caps of the 300 round variety, give or take a few rounds, mid caps of around 130 rounds or more, or you can even do drum magazines. The typical battery configuration you would want for an M4 or M16 type gun would be a nunchuck battery. If you have a full stock like this guy here, then maybe you can run a larger battery that has more milliamps, so you can get out there and last longer. The M4 and M16 type guns have a selector on the left hand side here. Some might be ambidextrous, but typically the regular guns will have it on the left side only. So if you're a right-hander, this would be perfect for you. The charging handle that you pull back on most M4 and M16 type guns will reveal the fake bolt, and then you can adjust the hop up through here. Most modern M4 and M16 platform guns feature what's called a flat top rail, aka you can remove the handle if it comes with one, and it'll reveal Picatinny rails here, which you can mount an optic. All right, so let's talk about the M14. This is M14 by G&G. This is the EBR variant. It's a more modernized version of the M14. You'll often see the old school ones, which the M16 later replaced. That'll have a full wood stock. Things to know about the M14 here. Some will have a collapsing stock like the modern EBR variants. You also have nice metal charging handle here. Depending on what brand M14 you have, this charging handle might reveal the hop-up chamber like it does for this M14 from G&G. If you have a Tokyo Marui style clone M14, such as an Echo 1 or SEMA or something like that, your hop-up adjustment will actually be inside the magwell here. You can still adjust it without taking the magazine out, but it's a little quirky. Okay, the magazines for the M14. Depending on what style M14 you end up with, these mags probably aren't compatible with other brands. I have the G&G high cap here. These hold about 470. They also make a mid cap for this. You'll notice that there's a big notch here. This shows that it's specific to the G&Gs. The typical TM style high cap and mid caps, they'll be more of a fully boxed out design, not a notch there. And they will hold typically about 400 something rounds, or about 100 to 130 rounds for the mid cap. All M14s load the same. You rock the magazine in, much like an AK. The release is right here where my thumb is right now. To take out the magazine, you're gonna grab it and then pull out the magazine. Safety is right by the trigger guard here, so that prevents that from moving. Some M14s have a bolt catch. you could damage some parts if you repeatedly use this function and let it slam all the time. Now the modern M14 EBRs here, they have a front rail and the battery will go in the handguard. The classic M14s, the battery will go in the stock. The handguard battery typically would be a nickel metal hydride battery or a LiPo battery. That would be preferred. In the full stock models, you can put just about anything there, so you can run a larger battery that you like. Sight adjustments will be up here. You have windage and elevation. On this one, you have to pull out, or you can pull out, or you can let it drag. I prefer to pull out a little bit so that it doesn't wear out the little teeth in the sights. Then you have your windage here. That one you do have to pull out. It's like has a little locks there to keep it from getting knocked around. Very precise. Then you have a little piece of rail here, so you can put a scope ring here and here, and you can have yourself a magnified optic. Your full auto selector is right here. Typically the front, rotating to the front, which reveals the A on the G&G, means it's in full auto. To change the setting on the G&G, you will push in and then rotate. That prevents you from accidentally knocking it around. For other M14 type clones, you just simply rotate. There's no lockout function. All right, so that does it for us today. If you like what you see, you like the type of video we did today, be sure to comment, leave us some feedback, maybe some suggestions for some future videos like this. Also, we appreciate it if you refer your friends to us and make sure they get our content as well. All right, guys, that does it for me today. I'm Tang with Fox Airsoft. I'll see you guys later.